Hi, I'm Adrian Phillips, and I want to wish every Patriots fan a happy Thanksgiving.
Is there a food item when it comes to Thanksgiving that you just have to have?
That would be sweet potato pie.
Is there a food item that you can just do without?
Cranberry sauce.
Oh, come on, man.
It's not my thing.
As football is now our national pastime, fans are looking for a connection with their favorite players.
Be able to interact with them or have them sign something for me meant a lot to me as a young person. And now that I'm on the other side of that, it still feels very surreal that someone would want a glove or a signature or a picture, because I just feel like a regular guy.
I started here when I could stand on a milk crate and stir the sauce.
Lunch chicken parm in the oven, Andrew?
I like to cook. Came very naturally to me. We tailgate after the game, too. You coming back after?
Time now for the Belichick.
The guy who's really, a major problem here is Dexter Lawrence, number 97 on the center, and in the middle of the defense, he's a big problem.
Goodbye to the bye as New England is back to resume the rest of the regular season. Hello and welcome to Patriots All Access presented by Geico. I'm Steve Burton. I hope you all had a happy and healthy Thanksgiving. After a much-needed respite, the Patriots are back to work, eager to get on the field and get back in the win column. First up, a trip to New Jersey to take on the New York Football Giants. Dan Roach kicks things off with the state of the Patriots after their bye.
Yeah, I missed y'all a lot. I'm thankful for you guys. Thanksgiving, right? There you go.
They returned from their bye week, obviously refreshed and ready to go after enjoying a long weekend.
Me and the wife went to New York City for a couple days. Caught a play, got away a little bit.
Try to be a dad of the year in 2 days.
The bye week came at a perfect time as they sit at 2-8, losers of 3 straight, but now with a chance to start their stretch run with a victory over the Giants.
Reset, bye fell at a good point. Obviously not the record and season hasn't gone the way we wanted, but right in the middle of the season, kind of to reset and refocus and to be locked in down this home stretch to really lock in game by game.
Yeah, looking to get the win. That's kind of our main focus. Looking to start this week after the bye week off right by going into New York and playing dominating football.
We need to approach and treat each game like it's the biggest game of the season from here on out. Certainly we're looking to finish the season with some momentum, but we really have to just approach each day with a great sense of urgency, detail our work, value our opportunities, and then come out and compete at a high level when the opportunity presents itself.
As for who will start at quarterback, earlier in the week the head coach was non-committal.
I've told all the players the same thing. Be ready to go. Let you know on Sunday.
And with this being Thanksgiving weekend, the players were asked what they're thankful for.
Right now, just all the guys in the locker room, every day. Starting back OTAs, just everybody coming in, working hard, selling out for one another. I think, that's something to be grateful for.
Now, as far as using the rest to their advantage, well, think about this one. The Patriots, under Bill Belichick here in New England, following a bye, are 16-7. For Patriots All Access, I'm Dan Roach.
All right, Roachy, thank you very much. We're back in our Bob's Discount Furniture Studios with Mike Reese and Paul Perillo. Calgon, take me away. The bye week. Does this team come back refreshed or what? And is it good for them to get away?
Yeah, when you're 2-8, I think 10 weeks into the year, good time for a bye week, no matter what your record is, right, Mike? I think you got a lot of bumps and bruises, a lot of injuries. Guys need some time to refresh, refocus. Whether or not it helps, we'll have to find out. We'll have to wait and see. But I think when you go 10 weeks in an NFL season, that's a good time for a rest.
Yeah, I remember watching last week's show and Jelani Tavai told Steve he's going to Disney World. So how could you say that's a bad thing, right? You get to go to Disney World. Steve Belichick talked about going to the Bruins game on Saturday night. They beat the Canadians. So I think sometimes when you can just be more of a human being and get out of the grind, it can benefit you in the big picture.
All right, guys, we have to address the elephant in the room because it's a big elephant. And right now the elephant is invisible because I don't know who the starting quarterback is going to be. Do you guys?
I don't, but Mike's the capital J journalist on the group.
Oh, boy.
So
They're keeping this a secret.
I'm going to put it on him. No, I'm a little surprised that we went the balance of the week without knowing. Absolutely. If it were my choice, I would make a move to Bailey Zappi, but I know that they wanted to see what happened in practice. Maybe they just want more practice time and more information before they make their choice.
Yeah, it sort of highlights to me how there might be some split decisions within the coaching staff, right? Mac got first-team reps in the bye-week practice, and the plan this week going in was that he would get first-team reps again, but Bill O'Brien said Bailey Zappi rotated in, Will Greer rotated in. So they are going to see at the end of the week who practiced the best, how players responded to each quarterback, how each quarterback responded to a unique situation. I do think it sort of falls into the category, though, if you don't have one, what do they say, Paul? If you don't have one, or if you have two, you don't have any.
You don't
have
have
three,
any.
you don't have any, you know.
Yeah, and I think that's part of it. And the other thing is, don't discount the fact that everybody within that locker room knows. And we just don't have that information yet. They might want to keep it under their hat and, figure out what's going to happen. Let the Giants figure out what's going to happen when the game comes. But there's a chance that everybody in that team, Mike, knows now who the quarterback will be.
And the fact that everybody in that locker room knows and can keep their mouth shut about it?
Surprising.
That's impressive.
Yeah.
That's impressive.
Yeah, especially for a 2-8 team where, things haven't gone well and you've seen some fractures in other areas.
Is there pressure on the quarterback going to the Giants game?
This is a game that they should win. Yeah, I think there's a pressure no matter who plays. Absolutely.
100%.
All right.
And there'll be pressure from the Giants, too.
You better believe it. Good point by you. All right, don't go anywhere. We'll have you a little later on the show. We'll be back more Patriots All Access right after this.
Coming up on All Access.
A tradition celebrating its 30th year anniversary kicks this holiday season off.
Nice to meet you. Same to you.
But first, what do Patriots players think about signing autographs before the game?
I just tried to make them feel like, I'm not better than you. I'm just as good as you. We're equal.
You're watching Patriots All Access.
Patriots All Access is brought to you by Bank of America, the official bank of the New England Patriots. And by Ace Ticket, where New England fans go for tickets to all their favorite events. Visit aceticket.com. And by AdCare. Be recovery strong. Speak up and reach out. Ask for help. Call AdCare at 800-ALCOHOL.
Hi, my name is Jelani Tavai. From my family to yours, happy Thanksgiving.
After some much-needed R&R, it's time for the Social Media Minute. If you were ever wondering if you're too old to go to Disney World, take the tip from two Patriots defensive players who had a memorable weekend in the most magical place on earth. Before turning the page to Big Blue, Patriots players took to social media to post some of their favorite frames from Germany. John Jones started the Thanksgiving festivities early with a Turkey Bowl flag football tournament. Jones held the event at the Blue Hills Boys and Girls Club, and after the event, he also hosted a buffet-style dinner for over 150 kids and 300 adults. That's it for this week's Social Media Minute. I'm Tamara Brown.
This is a story about the connection between the fans and the players. For those fans fortunate enough to get to the stadium early, they camp out near the players' entrance to the locker room tunnel, eager for just a glimpse, a photo, maybe a piece of memorabilia they will sign. It's a connection that hits home for the fans and the players themselves.
It was once thought of to be a strictly baseball experience.
But as football is now our national pastime, fans are looking for a connection with their favorite players.
To be able to interact with them or have them sign something for me meant a lot to me as a young person. And now that I'm on the other side of that, it still feels very surreal that someone would want a glove or a signature or a picture, because I just feel like a regular guy.
Good luck today.
Thanks, man.
Yeah. Hey, get a sack for me today.
Go there, go. I remember when I was a kid, and if I ever saw my favorite player or my favorite team walking past me and I asked for an autograph, I want somebody to stop and take the time out and sign my helmet or give me a picture or dap me up, just give something. So it's just my way of letting them know that, hey, I recognize you, I see you, and here's an autograph. There you go.
Thank you, Zeke. Hey, can you sign my sign?
Yeah.
From Michigan, my guy.
Michigan, that's what's up, bro.
Man,
Hall of Famer, bro. Thank you for everything.
Today's players remember a time when they were on the other side.
The king is back.
Yeah, so I met Kendrick Lamar in the mall.
Being with my dad, for me, Isaac Bruce was my favorite player as a child, and he played with my dad for a couple of years. And I remember the first interaction I had with him, I was on cloud nine.
My mom did business with Jesse Tuggle's wife, and I was eating Cheetos with Jesse Tuggle on the couch one day. I mean, I had a great experience and a lot of stuff that, you know, had a huge impact on me and how to treat people because of how they treated me when they didn't have to.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Yeah, let's go. My boy. You're savage, bro. Go off, go off.
Yeah, I really tried to just acknowledge every person that comes up to me. Like, it can be a grown-up, it can be a kid, it can be elder, whatever it is. I just tried to make them feel like, you know, I'm not better than you. I'm just as good as you. You know, we're equal.
It's a pretty special moment. It really is.
Is it dad for your kid when you can do this or something like that?
Oh, absolutely.
I see the smile on your face.
Yep.
Right? And you see the smile on his face?
Yep.
That's great.
It means everything. It means everything to little kids, you know?
It's a connection, right?
Sure is. Yeah.
My thing is to just throw the ball back and forth. I usually try to do it to little kids and females and just keep them interested in the game. Just going out there and just doing that small thing each week, it just makes everybody, the fans and, you know, everybody that supports us, just makes them feel more included. It doesn't only like build you a fan base, it builds the NFL and the shield a fan base.
It's amazing. It's just like how the players love their fans and how, I don't know, it shows how they do it for them. And it's a good thing to have for a Patriots player.
I remember being a kid who just loved the sport, respected the athletes that played it, and I remember how much it meant to me when they took time. So when I see kids and I see how happy they are just to have that experience, it means a lot to me. It takes me back to my childhood.
Thank you. Thanks, OG. Thank you.
Welcome back to Patriots All Access, everyone. Join me now is Dietrich Wise Jr. Good to see you, my friend.
Good to see you, too.
The bye week, for you, was it time just to get away and just get some rest?
Yes, it was.
How'd you handle it?
You know, I just spent that time recouping, hanging with family, friends, sharing laughter, having home-cooked meals, and getting recharged, ready for the season again.
Was it good just to catch your breath?
Yes, it was. Yes, it was. Waking up, not having to go to meetings immediately. You know, finally just hearing the sounds of some home-cooked meals from my mom and dad, so it was really good.
It's the holiday season.
Yes.
Thanksgiving.
Yes.
First of all, what's your favorite holiday?
I'll probably say April Fools. I like that one.
That's your favorite holiday? April Fools?
Yeah, it's a
what
good
happened to
one.
Christmas?
No, I don't like Christmas. I don't do Christmas.
Oh, really?
Yeah, no. No, I'm just messing with you. I'll probably say Thanksgiving's good.
Thanksgiving?
Because it's a time where everybody comes together.
Yeah.
All jokes aside, come together and just be thankful for what we have. So I'll probably do that one.
Is there a food item when it comes to Thanksgiving that you just have to have?
That would be sweet potato pie. Yes, that's the one that.
Do you consider hold on, let me get this right. Sweet potato pie. Now, would you consider that as a dessert or just part of the regular meal?
That's part of the menu.
That's part of the menu.
Yeah.
So that's part of the meal. It's not your dessert.
No, that's
it's a pie.
It's a pie, but it's part of it. So you have all your sides and the food here, cranberry this and turkey this and whatever it is, and right beside all that is the pie.
Sweet potato pie.
See, people like the bread rolls with their stuff.
I got it.
I need a slice of pie. Yeah.
Okay. When you look around the table,
Yes.
is there a food item that you can just do without?
Cranberry sauce.
Oh, come on, man.
It's not my thing. It's not my thing.
Cranberry sauce?
Yeah, it should be left in the can.
Cranberry sauce?
Yeah, it's not. I don't know.
I love cranberry sauce.
Hey, it's each his own. That's yours.
I understand.
What's yours?
I like dark meat turkey.
Okay. All
You
right.
white meat, dark meat guy?
Actually, I'm a no meat guy.
You don't eat
I mean,
turkey?
that sounds weird. I don't eat meat.
Oh,
I'm
okay.
vegan. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So what do you eat on Thanksgiving?
I eat mostly all the sides. And then
Okay. All right. So, when you put all the sides on a plate.
Yeah.
Right?
I mean,
what's your plate look like? I mean, do you
we
mix
got
it?
collard greens. We got sweet potato, candy yams. You have mac and cheese, the vegan cheese.
Mac and cheese?
Yeah. Then you have what is the stuffing? Yeah, stuff like that. So green bean casserole. You have all the works. Yeah.
Unbelievable. All right, you have an event coming up. It's pretty cool.
Yes.
Called the Blue Collar Soiree.
Yes.
Tell me what this event is all about.
This is a Blue Collar Soiree. It's a foundational event to raise money for our program that we call Bridge to Trade, where there's a gap, in my opinion, in the trade world. A lot of people don't really know about trades, vocational schools, what some folks call it. If you are able to learn a trade, construction trade, HVAC, plumbing, tech, coding, anything, now is health and other things like that, you're able to gain a life skill that can change the trajectory of your life.
Love it.
And that's something that kids can do an apprenticeship. They can do a 2-year, 4-year program, vocational school program. They can join a union. They can not join a union. They can be a manager, still know the trade, but now manage people who also know the trade. So you can do a lot of things with that. But it's the lack of access in that area. So that's kind of where we're doing now, and this is all a fundraiser for the summer event coming up this summer.
By the way, that event's going to take place December 11th at Top Golf in Canton.
Yeah,
that's it. Yeah, I know. I got to get there. I got to be there for that
it's
one.
Nice. Yeah, you got to come.
Good luck against the Giants.
No problem. Thank you very much.
This is Wise Jr., I guess. We'll be back with more Patriots All Access right after this.
Hi, I'm Hunter Henry, and I want to wish every Patriots fan a happy Thanksgiving.
High school football returns to Gillette Stadium next week over 3 days. Play kicks off on Wednesday, November 29th at 5:30 with Division 8 action, followed by the Division 1 game at 8 p.m. Then, on Thursday, 3 games headline the schedule, beginning at 3 p.m. with the Division 6 game, followed by the Division 2 game at 5:30, and then the Division 3 game at 8 p.m. to wrap up the day. It's a similar schedule on Friday, December 1st, when Division 7 starts play at 3 p.m., followed by Division 4 at 5:30, and the Division 5 game at 8.
Welcome back to Patriots All Access. Time to sit down, talk to Coach Belichick here after the bye. Coach, before the bye, I'll go back to last week. You had one practice with the guys. You guys were in full pads. Did you get some good things out of that day? You had a chance to work with them just one day before they took off?
Yeah, no, it's always good to work. A lot of our players who haven't played as much, haven't taken as many snaps during the regular season, give them an opportunity to get some, good solid work on what we do, not running scout team cards and things like that.
Coming off the bye, just over the years, and even in general, not necessarily this year, but for the most part, do players come back recharged, ready to go? That, hey, it's good to get away from football for 3 days?
Yeah, no, I think we all do. It's good to get a little change of scenery. We've been going at it here pretty hard since the end of July, and it's good to get a few day break.
Go outside and wow, there's sun out there.
Yeah, that's right.
All right, you look at the Giants. A lot of similarities. I've talked to you before about some of the point production on offense, some of the struggles that you guys have had. You've had some different linemen in there shuffling in and out. They've had different ones in their lineup. Looks like they've given up some sacks. But what do you see when you look at them on film? Brian Daboll's team.
Yeah, well, defensively, they got some real good players. Starts with Lawrence in the middle, and active linebackers, secondary players do a good job taking the ball away. And offensively, Barkley's the workhorse. I mean, he's one of the most productive players in the league, and and then the third quarterback. So that's tough on any team. But I think DeVito had a heck of a game last week against Washington. So he's a scrappy kid that's made a lot of big plays for him in the game.
And he did in the last couple of weeks. But what you know Brian Daboll very well. Obviously, coached with him, coached against him. You see what he did in Buffalo with Josh. But you look at DeVito. Is he sort of calling things that helps benefit what DeVito does well, as opposed to Daniel Jones, his number one guy?
Yeah, I mean, there were some quarterback runs with Jones in the game. Seemed to be a little bit less of those with DeVito, but he's trying to play to DeVito's strengths and not make it, get the ball out on time and use Barkley in the running game and the passing game. And, as usual, he tries to feature his best players, and that's what he does.
All right, time now for the A's Ticket Twitter question of the week, and it comes from @CaliTay1999. I've talked to you before about offensive production. Point production, not only for your team is down, but you look around the league. League scoring is down. When you look at it on film, and you being a defensive-minded head coach, is there one thing you look at and say, "Oh, this is the one trend we look at this year"? Is it maybe some quarterbacks are hurt?
Yeah, I don't really, get to look around the league all that much. I can't tell you what everybody else is doing. I see the teams that we play, and those are the ones that I'm most familiar with. So, as usual, good football goes with good execution. And, when things are executed well and fundamentally they're done properly, then you have better results than when they're not. So, good plays come from good execution.
All right, if you're going to ask Coach a question, you have to follow the team on Twitter @Patriots, #AskBB. Belichick, a little bit of defense, right? We're going to take a look at.
Yeah, well, Lawrence, as we said, is a really disruptive guy in there, and Giants do a good job taking the ball away.
All right, sounds good. More Patriots All Access will return right after this, and then we'll have the Belichick for you.
Coming up on All Access, meet a tailgater from the Cape who knows his way around food preparation.
I have 10 ovens back there, so I'd get here Sunday morning sometimes at 6 o'clock in the morning and start cooking whatever it would be and have it all packed up and ready to go by 9 o'clock, and we were out the door.
And later, Bill Belichick looks at what may be gigantic problems for his football team on the Belistrator.
You can see 58 right there, swatting the ball with his right arm. He punches.
You're watching Patriots All Access.
Patriots All Access is brought to you by Putnam Investments. Putnam Investments and the New England Patriots, proud partners committed to an active game plan on the field and off. By Gillette Labs with exfoliating bar, Gillette's ultimate shaving experience. And by Dan O'Brien Auto. Come in to any Dan O'Brien Auto Group store today and get your awesome protection plan, keeping it awesome.
My name is Mike Kosicki, and from my family to yours, happy Thanksgiving, everyone.
This profile is brought to you by Pepsi.
Welcome back to All Access, presented by Geico. This may be the greatest leftover day of the year. Who doesn't want an extra turkey sandwich or another piece of pie? Well, from our Tales from the Tailgate series, presented by Bud Light, we have some German leftovers for your consumption. Meet a loyal group of fans who take their tailgating seriously and receive some international tips in the process.
A good tailgate, no matter how the game goes, it's a good day.
Does anyone else need a beer before we start drinking?
You better cut her out.
Friends, a few drinks, a bite to eat. It doesn't get any better. This is fun. It's nice. You're outside, have a few drinks, have a few laughs. We tailgate after the game, too. You coming back after?
restaurateur E.J. Cubelis, owner and operator of Mezzaluna. E.J. and his family have owned this restaurant for 3 generations and has been a Patriots season ticket holder for over 20 years.
How close are we on the buffet, chef? My grandmother, my grandfather, they were produce peddlers. So now here's what happens. World War II breaks out. Can't get certain items. So they took in the borders. So the guys like Perini Construction, Volpe Construction, they were living in this building. And basically she would feed them. She would do their laundry. She gave them a place to stay. And one day they said, you know, Ma, your food's pretty good. You should open a little restaurant. And they did. Chicken palm, to go. I started here when I could stand on a milk crate and stir the sauce. Want chicken palm in the oven, Andrew? I like to cook. Came very naturally to me. Chris, order up. 2007. It was a Saturday. The busboy said, and he pointed up, and I saw some smoke coming out of a vent. I said, uh-oh, we got a fire. Went to go look up in the attic because we knew it was above the ceiling. And when we looked up there, it was on fire. And we basically got out, called 911. Fire department came, and pretty much knew within a half an hour it was all over. And there was 1,000 people in the parking lot that day, and they were all crying. I stood next to my father. This was their home. It was all he knew. He grew up here, we grew up here, my family grew up here. Probably the toughest thing I ever did. So I basically said to him, I said, look, he was 90 years old at the time. And I said, I'll put it back. Give me a little time, but I'll put it back. And I took my time, and took 18 months. Running a restaurant is all I know how to do.
And owning your own restaurant doesn't hurt when it comes to tailgating.
I would say it's more of an advantage. I have the facility to prepare the stuff and get it organized. You know, I have 10 ovens back there, so I'd get here Sunday morning sometimes at 6 o'clock in the morning and start cooking whatever it would be and have it all packed up and ready to go by 9 o'clock, and we were out the door.
I moved to Italy. I moved to Italy.
We've made some friendships here that are gonna last forever. Some of the people that park on this side and that side, you end up becoming friends for like life.
All right, EJ, here we go. Got you some beer.
That's a lot of beer. Really appreciate that. You guys at Bud Light are great. My love of tailgating comes from watching people enjoy when you bring nice food. Today I wanted to make Italian food. So I got meatballs, I got eggplant parmesan, chicken parmesan. And always bring extra, because you never know who's going to stop by.
Tailgating hat ganz viele Würstchen drauf, hier schon mal warm gemacht. Das ist Tailgate, ich bin mal gespannt.
And the German people were very, very friendly, very outgoing.
EJ, so nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
This is my son, Mats.
How are you? Nice to meet you, young man. They came over, they tried different things that I had, and I'm not sure if any of them had had eggplant parmesan before, but they tried it and they liked it.
So he says it's lasagna with a lot of tomato sauce.
Eggplant parmesan.
Ah, eggplant. Eggplant.
It was pretty cool just to have all these nice people around us.
Happy birthday to you.
One of the games that I was recently at with my daughter, she said, you know, Dad, she goes, I gotta tell you. She goes, I know this is expensive, but it's worth it. She goes, I love being here with you. And that was like the greatest thing, you know, my daughter could ever say to me was like, I love being here with you. And I'm like, wow, this is unbelievable.
Hi, I'm Mac Jones, and I want to wish every Patriots fan a very happy Thanksgiving.
Not too many positive, memorable moments for the Patriots when these two teams meet. But here's a sneaky fun one to remember. 2015 at the Meadowlands, and the Patriots trailing entering the fourth quarter. Brady and Gronkowski connected on a 73-yard touchdown to give New England the lead temporarily.
Touchdown, Patriots!
And facing a 1-point deficit, Steven Gostkowski boomed a 54-yard field goal with just a second remaining to keep the Patriots undefeated through 9 weeks of the year.
The kick is good! He got it! And the Patriots will head back to New England still unbeaten. They survive a challenge from the Giants.
Fought for 60 minutes, and you made the plays we had to make at the end, that's how you win in this league.
Welcome back to Patriots All Access. Time now for the Belichick. A couple looks at the defense, Coach. Turnover right here, right?
Yeah, and this is one thing the Giants really do a good job of. They'd punch at the ball, pull at the ball, and here's last week's game against Washington. You can see 58 right there, swatting the ball with his right arm. He punches and gets the ball as Rodriguez is falling down, and there it's out. And one of the Giants' 6 turnovers in that game. So ball security is going to be big for us.
Yeah, we don't want 6 of those. Okay, moving on here.
This is...
Wait, real quick. We got to look at this helmet a little. I remember having these on my pennants up on the wall, the old school triangle pennants. That's a classic helmet right there.
It is.
All right, good. Sorry to disrupt you. I love it.
Yeah, the guy who's really, a major problem here is for every team he plays is Dexter Lawrence, number 97 on the center. And so this is a kind of, play that he makes. He's got a lot of power. You can see he pushes the middle of the pocket, forces a tough throw for the quarterback to get over him, and that ends up in an interception. So, a lot of this interception really, goes to the pressure, the disruption that Lawrence causes right up the middle, and makes an errant throw, and the Giants pick it off. So, a combination of punching the ball out, stripping the ball, and some caused turnovers like that with pressure on the quarterback are things we got to avoid.
It's a nightmare for quarterbacks, having guys at your feet initially in the middle, and then everything else condenses. Like a pyramid around them. All right.
Well, back to Lawrence here. You can see on this play he's getting down blocked by the guard, and if you just watch Lawrence here on this, he just presses the block all the way out, into the off tackle hole and makes a tackle there on Connor. So this guy's a real problem in the middle of the formation. His problem as a pass rusher and his problem as a run defender.
They got leverage on him there too. Like they've got him walled off right there from the beginning, and he just grabs 3 guys and figures out which one has the ball and tackles them. One of the best players in the league. Clearly one of the best players in the league. Here the Cowboys are trying to run an outside zone play here and kind of run away from him, and that doesn't really work very well either. He does an excellent job with his hands. It's kind of a version of Ted Washington that with more quickness and speed probably than Ted had the time we had him. Although Ted ran 5 flat coming out, but not with the Patriots. But this is really another good play here from Dexter, and so in the middle of the defense, he's a big problem. Ted was the Louisville guy, right?
He was.
That's right.
Yeah.
Saw him at the Combine. Coach, good luck against the Giants. Go get them.
All right, thanks.
All right, there you go. There's your Belichick. More Patriots All Access will return right after this.
Patriots All Access is brought to you by Bank of America, the official bank of the New England Patriots, and by Putnam Investments. Putnam Investments and the Patriots, proud partners committed to an active game plan on the field and off.
Hi, I'm Dietrich Wise, and I want to wish every Patriots fan out there a happy Thanksgiving.
Oh, thank you. We're continuing a tradition. I like to think I'm 35, but we've been doing this for 30 years. We really give great thanks to having a great partner like Joanne and Morgan Memorial. And I realize if we have our health and we have good friends and good relations and we can pay our bills, how we should give the good Lord thanks.
Nice Nice meeting you. Same to you.
Boston is a sports town, and to see your sports team here and feel like you got to talk to a player or see Mr. Kraft or see the mascot or the cheerleaders, it's so exciting.
I'll be dog.
Go Pats.
Okay, let's walk.
All right. Nice meeting you guys.
Thanks, man.
Nice meeting you. You guys have a happy Thanksgiving.
Yeah. Awesome. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Have a good rest of your day.
Thank you too. Happy Thanksgiving.
See you, Joseph. You as well.
Welcome back to Patriots All Access, back in our Bob's Discount Furniture Studios with Mike Reese and Paul Perillo. Is it fair to say that the majority of the fans would want to see this team lose rather than win when it comes to getting a higher draft pick?
Yeah, I think it's it's a different dynamic, and it's one I could certainly understand. You know, longtime fans of the team recognizing that they need kind of a fresh start and higher draft position. Mike, there's a couple of quarterbacks if that's what you're interested in and trying to move on. I could understand fans thinking like that.
There's a website called Tankathon that shows you the where your team is for like the top pick and the idea of being tank for the top pick. I think I sense it, from communications with fans that they know this team needs more difference makers. Right. What's the best way to get a difference maker? High in the draft. I also sort of caution myself, though, when we talk about it, because look, you can look at the top of these drafts and you see a lot of misses. So there's no guarantees. And to me, I always think about the culture of your team, like the idea that you have, when I see Patriots 2-8, last in the AFC, I mean, it's not good for the franchise, the brand, you know what I mean? Even if I think you can still get a difference maker if you're picking 10, 12, 14. So I sort of don't personally subscribe to it myself.
So the Patriots are competing against the Giants. And is it fair to say they're playing two games? One, the game itself. Two, the loser wins.
Yeah.
For the higher draft pick.
Yeah, it's one of those 4-point games in the NHL, Mike, Yeah, the Giants are one of those teams that are down there with you. Arizona, and Chicago's going to get that draft pick from Carolina. So there's a lot at stake other than just a win. But I agree with Mike, and I would be stunned to see either side, really. I watched the Giants play in Washington. That was a team that had a lot of spirit, a lot of physicality and intensity. They came out with a big road win. So I'd be shocked if either one of these teams showed signs of not giving their all.
To me, when I think about this whole conversation, it's the young guys in the room that
are hungry.
That you want to, they should never accept losing. And I think, to me, it's important that the Keon Whites, that the Marte Mapus, that the young offensive linemen understand, it's never about that in this organization.
Well, now's the moment. Prediction time. Pats, Giants, who are you going with?
Yeah, I think both teams will play hard. I was impressed by, the Giants, get a chance in the bye week, Mike, to watch some of the other teams. And they were embarrassed in Dallas, and you didn't know what they had left with a third-string rookie quarterback. They played hard. I think they'll do that again. But I think the Patriots coming off the bye will have just enough, a lot of field goals in this one, Mike. Get ready. All right. 1916 Patriots.
Love the 1916. One more time for me. I'm going with the Patriots one more time. Fans in Germany were like, stop picking them. I said it last week on the show. One more time. I promise you. If they lose this week, I will not pick them the rest of the season. I'm going to go with them 24-17.
24-17.
Yeah.
You got to pick the Pats against the Giants.
I picked the Patriots.
One more time. Come on.
One more.
Of course. All right, guys. Thank you very much. That'll do it for this week's edition of Patriots All Access. For Mike Reese and Paul Perillo, I'm Steve Burton. Have a great week, everybody. We leave you with a final Thanksgiving tale as Patriots defensive lineman Lawrence Guy and his family host Patriot players for the holiday.
What's up, Lawrence? Because I want to make sure my house is open to everybody on our team. I've been in that situation when I didn't have family around during Thanksgiving, and I want to make sure that my teammates, if they didn't have family or somebody to eat Thanksgiving with, that my home is always there for they could come. And, you want to break that bread with every last one of us and give thanks to everybody that's in the room. On that table, we got turkey, ham, oxtails. Sometimes we throw a brisket in there. Candy yams, sweet potato pie, apple pie, collard greens, mashed potatoes, green bean casserole, and mac and cheese.
Mac and cheese is cheesy, man.
I know. It's all about making sure that everybody feels loved and has a family. And like my whole family's there, so it's a unique experience when players come over and like, oh, this is amazing. Thank you for letting me come. I said, no, it's a pleasure for you to come, because I just do it out of the kindness of my heart. You guys come because you're like, hey man, this is just great.
Mashed potatoes and gravy.
Mashed potatoes. Amir, you want some?
Chicken gravy.